watching, and over this series I'll be teaching you how to make fast, tasty, fresh Chinese food. I'll be sharing with you my cooking know-how and the essential, authentic Chinese ingredients that you'll need to create mouth-watering dishes. Today's recipes are all about making food for sharing with friends, and it's a Chinese feast of flavors. First, I'll be making my spicy chunky lamb, a combination of tender meat spiced up with my instant marinade. Next, there's my classic dish of pork and water chestnut dumplings with ginger dipping sauce. And finally, to put a spring in your step, an old favourite, aromatic duck rolls with apricot and plum dipping sauce. To demonstrate how easy it is to create a feast of Chinese food in a matter of minutes, I'll be joined by friends and entrepreneurs Melissa and Rachel. They're taking time out from their busy work schedules to learn some new dishes they can recreate at home to fit in with their hectic lifestyles.
I aspire to be better, but I don't have that much time.
The girls are both from America, but have relocated to the UK, where they have set up their own businesses. So fitting in time for family, work, and a punishing fitness regime leaves little time for cooking. But I'm hoping that my dishes will inspire them to get creating in the kitchen. Before we start cooking, I'm taking the girls on a shopping trip to Chinatown to get some provisions. Okay, ladies, so for the pork and water chestnut dumplings, I want to make a delicious dipping sauce. I've got here some Xinjiang black rice vinegar.
Oh, great.
Okay. This is made from fermented black rice, and it's lovely, earthy and mellow. It's going to make a great dipping sauce, and just slices of ginger. Okay, we need some water chestnuts. I've got here... Perfect. This is going to give the dumplings a lovely crunch. Shall we go?
Yes. Great.
I've set up my stall in Chinatown, and now I'm ready to show the girls my first recipe. Welcome to my makeshift kitchen. It's spicy chunky lamb, delicately marinated chunks of tender meat with a curry kick. Okay, I'm going to make you my spicy chunky lamb, and this is a dish that's inspired by a lot of the spices that travelled along the Silk Route to the ancient capital city of Xi'an in China. And when I went there, I tasted the most amazing street dishes. You know, use of cumin, use of ground coriander, turmeric, curry powder. Actually, spices that you wouldn't normally find in Chinese cooking. Very, very simply, we just want a lovely coating of a quick spiced marinade on the lamb. Okay, so I've got here 2 chilies. Okay, 2 fresh chilies. Spicy dish. I hope you ladies are not afraid of a kick.
Not
at all. Okay, we shall see. So just going to roughly chop them.
Oh,
nice.
whole with the seeds and everything?
Yeah, whole with the seeds and everything.
Great.
And then into the pestle and mortar. In with a little bit of groundnut oil, about a tablespoon. Okay, teaspoon of the dried chili flakes, the medium curry powder. I've got here also some turmeric. Now this adds a lovely earthiness to the dish and of course great colour.
Yeah.
And I've got some ground coriander here as well. Actually let you smell that. It's a lot more sort of mellow. When added it's got that lovely coriander but it's not as in your face.
Exactly, yeah. A little bit more floral.
Oh yeah, floral and very, very sweet. Oh, I love that, floral. Yes. Okay, so very quickly, just very, very simply, just pound the chilies together with the spices. This lovely juicy rub. Now next I've got a lovely piece of lamb here and it's the neck fillet. So it's going to be lovely and tender and I'm going to cut this into nice big chunks. Okay, so pieces like this, lovely and marbled, nice bits of fat in between because I want to cook it on the outside very quickly so it's lovely and seared, but I still want it lovely and medium rare on the inside and really tender and melt in your mouth. And then basically I want to just scrape out this paste. It may not look like there's a lot, but it's very intense in flavour. Okay, so in with the meat.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't look like it's going to be able to coat it.
Yeah, exactly. But just with your hand, just keep mixing. And I'm going to just leave this to one side for the moment. So next, I've got an onion. So just nice pieces.
That's amazing.
And then the pepper. I love, using green pepper just because it's got a lovely sort of savoury note to it. And I find that, again, with the spices and the savouriness, it's going to work really, really well.
Seems like it would almost stand up to it rather than the red pepper to it.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's ready. So we're going to get the wok nice and hot. We're going to add some groundnut oil. So what kind of food are you accustomed to?
In terms of my eating, I like really healthy foods, things that are quite easy. We do dine out a lot, so we'd like to do some more home cooking.
Yeah, how about you, Melissa?
I do a bit. I tend to stick to the same dishes, though.
Well, what's your repertoire?
Well, my husband's Italian, so we do quite a bit of pasta. And I have one veggie stir-fry dish that I always I
really?
stick to.
What goes into that then?
Always broccoli. I don't broccoli.
Broccoli's good.
And
Broccoli's
tofu.
healthy.
Yeah.
Oh, tofu's. Oh, I love tofu.
Yeah.
Oh God, this would be a fantastic spice on tofu actually.
Oh,
so you could actually follow this recipe, make it vegetarian, but with tofu. So
That's great.
Yeah. Okay. Now I want to put in the onions. So nice sliced onions in there.
Sizzle is good.
Sizzle is good, and we're nice and brown like that, which
Color it
is
up
good.
so quickly.
Exactly. We're just going to break up these other pieces in there, like so, and then in with the meat. Nice big chunky pieces, and then sort of get the meat right in the center so it cooks nicely, together. And then just mix the onions in. Now, as it browns, all the lovely flavors from the spices are being coated. You can really smell that, actually. It's really, really strong sort of curry flavor.
Yeah. Oh, amazing.
It does smell like a curry now, doesn't it? I'm going to add a drop of Shaoxing rice wine.
Okay.
Good tablespoon in there. It just adds a bittersweet note, to any meat. And in fact, I really like it so much, I'm just going to add just a little drop more. I'm going to add my peppers, the green peppers, and just give that a good mix. So really, really simple. Very easy at this stage.
That's delicious.
恭喜你们,恭喜. The Chinese wedding going on there. Okay, right. Time to dish up now.
It's beautiful.
That's
Really pretty.
So this is my spicy chunky lamb, a great dish to treat your guests with or to have at home for a quiet night in with the family. So do you want to try?
Yes, I'd love to.
Okay.
Really nice. No?
Oh, it's fantastic. Really good.
Coming up, I'll be making 2 more delicious recipes for sharing with friends. Pork and water chestnut dumplings and the ever-popular duck spring rolls. Then it's the entrepreneur's turn to see if they can rise to the challenge as they take over my kitchen in a cook-off.
Good job.
Thank you.
I'm in Chinatown where I'm showing entrepreneurs Rachel and Melissa the fast track to fun food for entertaining family and friends in a flash. The second recipe is pork and water chestnut dumplings with a ginger vinegar dipping sauce. So I'm going to make the dipping sauce first. We've got the black rice vinegar,
Okay.
which we picked up from the supermarket. Yeah, and very roughly, just, equal amounts of everything in this dipping sauce. So about 2 tablespoons of the rice vinegar.
Great. So you can scale up or down depending on how many people you're feeding.
Exactly. So we've got 2 tablespoons of the black rice vinegar, 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce. So we've got the saltiness, we've got the sourness, and we want a different level of heat. We just want to impart a lovely flavour of ginger. So I just need matchstick sizes. Pop that in there. Then for the dumpling mix, I've got here a good amount of pork mince and with a good amount of fat in it because it's going to make it lovely and juicy, the dumpling. Okay, in that, I'm going to add some Chinese mushrooms. So you always know in a Chinese kitchen, or especially when you come from northern China and you live in the hutongs and the alleyways, who's making dumplings, because you often hear the sound of trying to get the ingredients as fine and, thinly chopped as possible.
Right.
Okay, so a lot of that going on. So in that goes, we've got some water chestnuts, which we also picked up from the supermarket. And again, the idea is basically we want to just slice it into nice pieces. So I just want you to have a taste and see, because if you've never tasted before, it's quite interesting. It's got a lovely texture. Crunchy. Really crunchy.
Yeah.
Peanutty.
Oh, it does that,
Yeah,
but fresh.
Oh, very, yeah.
Chestnuts in. Nice pieces in there. And then for another different element of flavour.
And colour.
And colour.
Celery.
Of course, yeah, the celery. This is a very therapeutic dish to make.
Yeah.
And you could make batches of this. Because if you think this is a lot of effort, kind of chopping,
Right.
it's worth it, though. Because you can freeze it all, you know, whenever you're hungry, just get it out, stick it in the wok, and it's perfect. Okay, so in with now the seasoning. We're getting there. Okay, a good tablespoon of a good quality oyster sauce.
Perfect.
I've got some chives in there, just a small handful. So just finely chopped like that, then in that goes. And then you can season it with a little bit of salt, a little bit of ground white pepper.
So you want this to be well seasoned before it goes into the dumpling, right?
Definitely. So the dumpling has, some flavour in there. Of course, it's going to be balanced out by the dipping sauce as well. I have here some shop-bought dumpling skins. They're called gyoza, which is actually the Japanese name for gortier pot sticker dumpling. You just need a teaspoon of the filling, like this. I just need a little bowl of water. Then dip your finger in, go all the way around, and then just squeeze the tops like that, and then just make folds like little pleats. And push them together. Basically that.
Gorgeous.
Easy, like little nuggets, basically. So pop this on the board, leave that there. Just going to make a few of these now.
Would you freeze them at this state, or would you finish cooking them and then freeze them if you would want to make a big batch?
Oh, I would definitely freeze them now.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can cook them straight from the freezer, basically.
Is this like a traditional shape?
Traditionally, dumplings are this kind of shape, where they're nugget shape. So you can carry on the process until you've finished up all the mixture and you have a mound of dumplings to fry. So in with some groundnut oil, about a good tablespoon. In.
It seems like you're pressing it down as well, like sort of.
Yeah. And then basically just gentle heating on the bottom side.
It's bubbling.
Yeah, really, really bubbling. It's almost like shallow frying it, very gently. Now, to help the insides cook, add a splash of water to help create some steam, because the sides are going to be cooked, but the inside, you want to make sure that's cooked as well. Okay, now this stage, all the juices are slightly coming out, from the filling. I can add just a tiny, tiny bit of water. Keep the heat in, and then just give that a few moments.
Shallow fry into a steam.
Yes, exactly. Gortier. Okay, lovely. Brilliant. Perfect. You're really ready to plate up? 不可以. He just asked whether he could eat. He could try it.
What did you say?
I said, no, sorry. This is one of my favourite treats. Homemade pork and water chestnut dumplings with ginger vinegar dipping sauce. Bon appetit. Was that worth the effort?
Oh, it's lovely.
Absolutely.
And the texture is great.
I've shown the girls 2 great dishes. Now it's time to see how they get on in the kitchen when they try to replicate the dishes for their husbands at the feast. So, ladies, how are you feeling?
Great.
Good?
Yeah.
Excited?
Very much so.
So, Rachel, I'm going to give you the spicy chunky lamb.
Okay.
Okay. And for Melissa, the pork and water chestnut dumplings.
Great.
Well, I think your hubbies and your friends are coming later.
Yes.
So, get cooking.
Just matchstick, huh?
I think we're just missing one thing.
About the alcohol?
Did I actually hear that there's an ingredient missing?
I think we're accustomed to maybe a nice crisp glass of white wine.
Sure, I'm sure I can rustle that up. No
That'd be
problem.
great.
right.
Thanks so much.
There you go, ladies.
Perfect.
Nice glass of
Fabulous.
2007 Riesling.
Thank you so much. That's perfect.
So while Rachel and Melissa are getting on with their dishes, I'm going to make another dish of mine, my duck spring rolls with apricot and plum dipping sauce. So with the duck spring rolls, I've got here the 2 duck breasts ready to go. Now for this marinade, I've got here some oyster sauce. It's got oyster extract in it as well. And in a lot of Chinese recipes or marinades, oyster sauce is used, with meat. I need 2 tablespoons of Shaoxing rice wine. And this is going to give the duck a lovely bittersweet edge. Next, I want some light soy sauce, 2 tablespoons in there. Some fragrant, aromatic Chinese 5-spice. And that's got the flavours of Sichuan peppercorn, it's got the star anise, cinnamon, fennel, and it's going to work really, really well. Obviously, the scent of cloves as well is coming through. Okay, so in goes the 2 duck breasts. And then just give them a good zhuzh round. So I'm just going to leave that to marinate for a couple of minutes. So for my apricot and plum dipping sauce, I've got 2 plums here. I'm going to get the flesh and cut around the stone like this. Okay, so lovely, soft and fleshy. I'm going to put them in the pan. And now I'm just going to slice up the apricots. And this is going to add the sort of sour and sweetness element to my duck spring rolls. Now for some aromatics, star anise and cinnamon bark go in, 2 tablespoons of caster sugar, 2 tablespoons of runny honey, all that goes in there. And the dipping sauce is going to be lovely and sticky and sweet. So all that needs to be added is 100 ml of water and a squeeze of lime juice.
You can give it a quick stir.
Then it can simmer over a low heat for about 15 minutes. While the sauce is reducing, it's time to cook the duck breast. It'll only need 20 minutes in the oven at 200 degrees. So there's plenty of time to check on the girls.
Oh, wow, you've kept the seeds and the chilies.
Yes.
Oh, so your hubby likes real fieriness.
He does.
Both of you. Yeah. How are we doing? Yeah, I like the size of those.
You do?
Yeah, very uniform. Very good. I noticed you haven't touched your wine yet. It's the
hoping
pressure
you'd never
on.
ask.
Feel free, this is your kitchen. Yeah. I think I need to get my glass now.
When the duck breast is lovely and golden brown, it just needs to be shredded, and I'm ready to wrap up my spring rolls.
And then I'm just going to season this now with some hoisin sauce. And this is going to give it more sort of savoury, salty flavour. Then I'm going to need some sliced spring onions. Okay, so I want to slice that quite finely. In that goes. And then just give this a good mix. These spring rolls are going to be worth the effort. Okay, so lovely spring roll pastry. And it's made from rice flour, coconut oil and salt. Okay, so with the filling, a small amount in the middle like that. Brush the edges with this corn flour glue. Bring the 2 sides together. The 2 opposite sides roll and push in there like so and tuck that underneath. And there you go. That is delicious duck spring roll.
When the oil is up to 180 degrees centigrade, the rolls just need to cook for about 30 seconds until they're crispy golden. So keep your eye on them.
And because the filling is cooked already inside, I just literally want the pastry to be a lovely golden brown, and then they're ready to serve with a dipping sauce.
Once they're ready, they need to be drained on some kitchen paper, and then they're ready to serve.
And spoon this delicious apricot and plum dipping sauce.
So this is my succulent and crispy duck spring rolls with a sweet and sour plum and apricot dipping sauce.
Smells wonderful. Never thought of using curry powder in Chinese food.
This is anything like tacos in California. I'm going to overstuff them, so I need to watch that. Feeding bit.
Melissa, I think I'm ready to dish up.
Yeah?
I think it's done. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that looks wonderful.
That easy.
Good job.
Thank you.
Uh-oh. I think we know who's winning.
Wow, that is pretty impressive.
Yeah?
Yeah, when the way you were kneading that. That's very, very good.
They might look beautiful, but they need to be cooked in double quick time as the guests are about to arrive any minute.
Rachel, I hope you don't mind. This is not cheating.
I'm confident.
Okay. It's ready to serve. Phew. How do you feel?
Glad it's over. No, they're great.
Now ready to eat? Yeah. Okay. Sounds like your friends have arrived. Hi, everyone. Just take a seat. Okay. Ready, guys?
Hi.
So who's got what it takes to get to the top? Will it be Melissa's dumplings or Rachel's spicy lamb that wins the day?
So actually tell me, who is everybody here?
This is my husband, John.
And my husband, TJ.
Hi, so you're all from America.
We are.
Okay, I think, Melissa, your dumplings need to be eaten first.
Okay. Pork, water chestnut.
Fantastic.
How does it compare to the high street?
Might be a little better than the high street.
What did we think of that?
That's great.
Very nice.
Good.
Yeah.
Crusty finish, but it's good.
I'm very impressed, especially with your pleating. Maybe slightly smoky, but still delicious. Shall we try your dish, Rachel?
That'd be great. Spicy, chunky lamb.
Super spicy, chunky lamb.
It's delicious. It has a kick to it.
That's good. It's a great contrast.
It's really tasty. The lamb is still tender, and there's real crunch on the pepper, so well done. And obviously, I have to pick a winner from the challenge today. I think you guys did amazingly well, but I think today I'm going to go with Melissa. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I thought you did very well because it was a tough challenge. But well done, Rachel. You're a great sport. Cheers. Cheers.
For a chance to win some cooking tips from me, a fantastic trip to China, and to be entered into our weekly prize draw, all courtesy of Sharwood's, then go to www.5.tv/Chinese food in minutes.
Coming up next week, surveyors David and David join me in Chinatown, keen to learn a few more dishes to impress their friends. On the menu is my spicy and crispy Mongolian lamb and the mouth-watering Chinese classic Cantonese-style roast duck. They might be confident cooks, but back in the kitchen, things heat up and then start to go pear-shaped.
All right.
It might be.
And as Ching's just told us, you can get those recipes from the website. That's 5.tv/Chinese food in minutes. Go on, have a go. Next, the season's coming to an end and it's so dangerous in ISO truckers.